to you.
All right, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. Had over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown in their victory last time out. Follows his blocks. It's Gauze. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Cal. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Nice move there. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The handoff. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Stopped in his tracks, he got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Gauze. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride him again. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen them. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now 1st and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a 4th down, try to make them kick a field goal.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Extra point here would tie the game. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. So the Cal Golden Bears offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And now we put the focus on Ian Strong. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Bolitnikoff Awards. The tradition at the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite, and this guy is the next one. And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun on third down, Songa Politelli. That pass is incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Fields the punt, and they'll stop him right there on the return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Buying time to his right. He'll get rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Golden Bear offense, ready to start this drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. JKS. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle.
Snags it, and he's open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Golden Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They were all over it.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Fires toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Snow. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Scott. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. The give to the back. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Right at the line. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease, it's Scott.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find. Crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Turning it on.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Songa Bovatelli on the play action. He's got it down the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Bush is ahead. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Let's go. Ready. Switch.
Takes the handoff. It's Scott. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Out wide right, it's Jackson. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. This time they'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Gauze. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Got some green grass. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Under pressure. He sacked this defense all over it.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Wants to throw. It's Bailey. That's reeled in. It's Douglas. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Got his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. Left side is strong. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Reels it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Throws for the tight end. Right side, it's Thomas. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Throwing, Sangabolotelli. Catch in the middle, it's strong. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The Wolfpack uses its final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. 3rd down coming up after the completion. The hand to the running back. They make the play, force a 4th down, but they're out of timeouts, can't stop the clock. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. First up, a look at Michigan taking on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. And it's the Wolverines engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC. Now back to your game inside Carter Finley Stadium. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. North Carolina State will kick it off to open the 3rd quarter. On the return, it's Adams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Catching up with the Cal Bears head coach at the half. He loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no-huddle seems to be working because they've got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here in this game. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hendricks. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. And the Golden Bears in a good spot here with second and short. Quick give. Spins away from the defense. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Jaron Chiave Songopolitelli. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They'll need a bunch on second down. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Setting up the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
Again, it's Songopolitelli. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a three-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Quick catch. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to establish the run across the 35. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Sangapovatelli throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Finds his target. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. NC State with a 1st and 10 here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gauze. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play fake. They're all over it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Drops back. It's Bailey. Complete. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Wants to throw on 1st. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Breaks into the open. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position. Opening play of the drive from the 39. That's caught. It's Hendricks. Got room at the 35. Oh, a lot of space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Golden Bears. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Moving the pocket, it's Bailey. Snagged in the middle, it's Dozier. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. NC State going up tempo. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Out wide left, it's Hoffman. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Turns it upfield.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snags it over the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good
throws toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Wolfpack! On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Adams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Golden Bears sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Give to the running back. He breaks a tackle. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for running room. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. This game will officially be in the books shortly. Gives us a minute to check out the top 12 and the scoreboard and see how those teams vying for playoff spots are doing. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. JKS. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. And the Golden Bears are rolling down the field. Motion from the wideout. The give to the left. Can't get him to the ground. Enough to move the chains. At the 35, he's loose. Lots of running room. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cal. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the NC State sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you guys.
Okay, Holly. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Long way to go on second down. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. He tries to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Snags it. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The offense in hurry-up mode.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Finds his man. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. NC State quick to the line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
He'll pull it down and run. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. Fourth down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory?
Well, the sack on the last play obviously put them behind the chains. He's doing everything he can on this scramble to try and go and get the first down, but got to give the defense tons of credit. Not only do you get the sack, the previous...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Needs it here on fourth down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He unleashed a bullet on that, and the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Got to make the play on fourth. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Turning it on. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Leaves it with the back. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So
Touchdown, Cal! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's... NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Makes the tackle.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the 1st down marker. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Plowing ahead on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1. I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the 1st down on 4th and 1.
He's got enough. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. NC State going up tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum. And what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. To the back. All over him immediately.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Gets open down the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Wilson will throw. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they take it in for 6 more points. He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. So a drive there of 82 yards. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
On the ground, it's Marshall. He's got the first down. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we